Hello, I'm the Progressive Disciple. I'm taking a journey through the Bible, and I'm inviting you to join me. Today, I'm covering the book of Genesis, chapters 26 through 30. In chapter 26, a famine occurs in the land, so Isaac goes to Gerar. He told the people there that Rebekah was his sister. Abimelech, the king, caught him caressing her and asked if she was in fact his wife. He ordered that no one was to harm Isaac or Rebekah on pain of death. Isaac did well in Gerar, making the people jealous, so the king asked him to leave. Wells that Abraham had dug were filled in, and other wells that Isaac had dug were in dispute. Abimelech sought Isaac out to create a treaty. Isaac wondered why he would do this after kicking him out of the city, but Abimelech said that it was clear that God was with him. So a treaty was made. Esau got 2 wives from the Hittites, and this caused great grief to both Isaac and Rebekah. In Genesis 26, verse 7, it says, "When the men of the place asked about his wife, he said, 'She is my sister.' Because he was afraid to say, 'She is my wife,' he thought the men of this place might kill me on account of Rebekah, because she is beautiful." Twice Abraham tried to pass off his wife Sarah as his sister. Even though technically Sarah was his sister, it was clear that Isaac learned this trick from Abraham. This is a reminder to me that my negative behavior influences other people to behave negatively. In chapter 27, Isaac was old and he asked Esau to hunt some game for him, cook it and give it to him. Then he would give him his blessing. Rebekah overheard and had Jacob bring her 2 goats so that she could prepare a meal for him. Jacob then pretended to be Esau and received his blessing. Esau begged for another blessing, but the only blessing that he got was that he would be able to throw off the chains of Jacob after a time. Esau planned to kill Jacob, and Rebekah did not want Jacob to marry a Canaanite woman, so he was sent to her brother Laban. In Genesis chapter 27, verse 5 through 13, it says, "Now Rebekah was listening as Isaac spoke to his son Esau. When Esau left for open country to hunt game and bring it back, Rebekah said to her son Jacob, 'Look, I overheard your father say to your brother Esau, bring me some game and prepare me some tasty food to eat, so that I may give you my blessing in the presence of the Lord before I die. Now, my son, listen carefully and do what I tell you. Go out to the flock and bring me 2 choice young goats, so I can prepare some tasty food for your father, just the way he likes it. Then take it to your father to eat, so that he may give you his blessing before he dies.' Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, 'But my brother Esau is a hairy man, while I have smooth skin. What if my father touches me? I would appear to be tricking him and would bring down a curse on myself rather than a blessing.' His mother said to him, 'My son, let the curse fall on me. Just do what I say. Go and get them for me.'" At the end of chapter 26, Esau marries 2 Hittite women who brought grief to both Rebekah and Isaac. There's a saying that says, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. This is a reminder to me not to cause trouble in the family. It is troubling that another deception is being caused. This will have bad consequences down the line. Esau's rage, Jacob's exile, and Rebekah probably never seeing Jacob again, at least as far as the text records. This is a reminder to me to be honest in my dealings with others. In chapter 28, Isaac sent Jacob to Laban, Rebekah's brother, to find a wife. He made Jacob promise not to marry a Canaanite woman. Esau finds out that Isaac did not approve of Canaanite women, so he got a third wife from Ishmael's daughter. Jacob, while heading through Haran, had a dream in Bethel. He sees a stairway going from earth to heaven. Angels are going up and down the stairway. And God renews his promise he made to Abraham. Jacob woke up and realized that he was on sacred ground. So he took the rock he used as a pillow and put it on a pillar and poured oil on it. Jacob swore that if God was with him, then he would make the Lord his God, and he gave God 1/10 of what he had. In Genesis chapter 28, verses 11 through 12, it says, when he reached a certain place, he stopped for the night because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones there, he put it under his head and lay down to sleep. He had a dream in which he saw a stairway resting on the earth, with its top reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. Jacob had a profound religious experience. This shows that God is with him and causes Jacob to choose the Lord to be his God. There is a song about this that I love. It goes, we are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. We are climbing Jacob's ladder, soldiers of the cross. This religious experience reminds me of a religious experience that I had when I made my confession of faith. It is important to remember these religious experiences. They help you through when you have times of doubt. In chapter 29, Jacob went to Haran and met Rachel, who was tending Laban's, her father's, sheep. She told Laban, who then brought Jacob to his house. Jacob worked for Laban 7 years for Rachel, but Laban gave Jacob Leah instead. He did this because Leah was older, and it was the tradition to wed the oldest first. After 1 week, he gave Jacob Rachel, but he had to work for him another 7 years. Chapter 29 concludes with Rachel giving Jacob 4 sons: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, while Rachel remained childless. In Genesis chapter 29, verses 22 through 27, it says, so Laban brought all the people of the place to give a great feast. But when the evening came, he took his daughter Leah and brought her to Jacob, and Jacob made love to her. Then Laban gave his servant Zilpah to his daughter as her attendant. When morning came, there was Leah. So Jacob said to Laban, what is this that you have done to me? I have served you for Rachel, didn't I? Why have you deceived me? Laban replied, "It is not our custom here to give the younger daughter in marriage before the older one. Finish this daughter's bridal week, then we will give you the younger one also, in return for another 7 years of work." There is a saying that what goes around comes around. Jacob has been involved in 2 deceptions, and now he has been deceived. Jacob had worked 7 years, but still did not understand the traditions of the area where he was working. This is a reminder to me to understand one another and to try to see situations from their point of view. This is also a reminder to me to deal honestly with people around me and not to become bitter when others are not honest. I also have to admire Jacob's patience, and this is a reminder to me to be more patient. In Genesis chapter 30, Rachel gives her servant Bilhah to Jacob, and Jacob has Dan and Naphtali with her. Leah, seeing that she no longer is having children, gives her servant Zilpah, and she gives birth to Gad and Asher. Then Leah has more sons with Jacob, and she names them Ishkar and Zebulun, and she also gives Jacob a daughter, Dinah. And God remembered Rachel, and Rachel got pregnant and gave birth to Joseph. Jacob continued to work for Laban. Jacob took the spotted and striped sheep and goats, and Laban took the rest. Jacob performed a ritual to perform more spotted animals, so his herd grew more than Laban's. In Genesis chapter 30, verses 37 through 39, it says, Jacob, however, took fresh cut branches from poplar, almond, and plane trees and made white stripes on them by peeling the bark and exposing the inner wood of the branches. He then placed the peeled branches in all the watering troughs so that they would be directly in front of the flocks when they came to drink. When the flocks were in heat and came to drink, they made it in front of the branches, and they bore young that were streaked, speckled, or spotted. It seems to me that if your goal is to become rich, then you try to do so by cheating others. I am disturbed that God blesses Jacob by cheating Laban out of his duly owed flocks. This is a reminder to me to be satisfied with my wages and only try to get what is duly owed me. It has been pointed out to me, though, that Laban was not a fair employer. So when is it appropriate to protect yourself from being cheated yourself? And also, was it Jacob's branch cutting trick responsible for the flock's increase, or was it God's? So this is my take of Genesis, chapters 26 through 30. Please like and subscribe to my videos. Also comment. I would love to read your comments. I am the Progressive Disciple, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.